After nearly 3 years of the incredible changes that we've had in our world, certainly within our own community, perhaps within our own families, it's so important to understand what it is that we can do for ourselves to bring ourselves back into balance. Now, I'm here in the most exquisite Châtellerault Park, and both my friend Andrew and I have visited here because we knew that we needed nature. And we've got this beautiful, still, amazing, transparent water here. And although you can hear some of the movement of the water in the back, just where I am, it's beautifully still. And it reminds me a little bit about how when we still the mind, we are able to see the reflection of ourselves in that water. And what greater joy is there than to really be able to see oneself as I really am, as we really are. Around us, we've got these wonderful trees, the green, and I just can't get enough of looking at green. Green fills my heart. Of course, it is the heart center color, but it really fills my heart, and it brings that sense of peace and healing and a real anchoring, because as we know, the roots of the trees, some of them can go quite deep down, some of them can spread out quite a bit, and they really anchor and hold onto that earth, so nothing can knock them. So it's important to understand how it is that we want to bring that experience of wonderful still water, the anchoring of the trees, when we don't necessarily manage to get out to somewhere like this. How do we do it? Well, I'm going to take you through a very, very simple technique. And that technique will help to engage and stimulate the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is the system, the vagal system is the system that we wish to engage, but in particular, the aspect of the vagus system that we really want to touch deeply is ventral vagus. So some of you will know, particularly those of you who have been on the Drew Yoga course and on many of our postgraduate events, that we look at the vagus nerve as the wandering nerve, and it is the nerve that connects in with so many aspects of our body. But there are two main parts of the vagus nerve that I want to just talk about here. The first one, if you take your hands, and this is a great way to be aware of how to engage your awareness into the vagus nerve, and just place your fingers softly into the top of the neck, the base of the head, the base of the skull. This is the back of the brain and the base of the brain where the vagus nerve actually begins. And if you draw your fingers around the sides of your neck and down into the sternum, it links in with the heart. The vagus nerve at this part of the body is known as the ventral vagus system. Connects in with our eyes, our facial expressions, our organs of our senses, in our face and our head. And when we're in ventral vagus, we feel deeply connected and we feel able to communicate confidently. That means our eyes are shining, they're expressing who we really are, and we're listening. We're in a space of listening with our friends, with our family. It also means that we have a smile on our face because we are in that state of contentment that true deep connection brings. We're also in our heart space, and as you know, Drew Yoga is very much about tapping into the anahata, the unstruck sound, the center that contains the seat of the self. And when we function from that center, from our Drew still point, when we tap into it, into our heart center, we can function as that most exquisitely peaceful and radiant being. When we talk about the other aspect of the vagus nerve, it's known as dorsal vagus. So it's lower down in the body, it comes from the base of the brain, comes down the body and into this area, the digestive system. I don't know if sometimes when you get a bit nervous, you might find, oh, I think I've got to go. And it might be that your nerves hit your digestive system straight away. That's okay. Dorsal vagus starts to work for us, but really, in its essence, dorsal vagus is about withdrawing. And it's about when we want to kind of, step back, step away, go away, move away from the situation, and we want to, a bit like a tortoise withdrawing its limbs, we just want to hide in a nice, safe, cozy space. And what we need to really understand when we're in dorsal vagus, it's like being in a place that's safe for us. And that is the one of the main functions of our nervous system. Our nervous system acts so that we feel safe, whether it's ventral vagus, dorsal vagus, or the sympathetic nervous system, which is in between the two areas, in between the upper and the lower spine. That central part is the sympathetic system. That system helps us to get into action. So, how is it that this is really important for us? Yes, there are times we need to be in ventral vagus. In fact, we always want to be in a beautiful connected space. There are times we want to be just a bit withdrawn, reflective. There are times when we need to get into action, get ourselves in gear, zip along, finish that to-do list. But the danger is if we stay too long in any one of those scenarios. And what we, through Drew, through the beautiful techniques, the EBRs, the energy block release sequences, what they particularly do is they free up blockages in all aspects of the vagus system and all aspects of our nervous system, as well as within our subtle energy system. And in freeing up those blockages, we come to a place where we can navigate with true skill between ventral, sympathetic, and dorsal vagus, between the three. And when we learn to navigate between the three with ease, with an understanding of ourselves, with self-compassion, that's when we can really live life as who we are, standing in our power, feeling empowered, feeling able to contribute and give, and having the ability to make a difference to other people's lives as well as our own. So if you want to know more, come and join us at one of our beautiful, beautiful workshops. We will be sharing a little bit about techniques for the vagus nerve and vagal toning using Drew techniques. We've already had a fantastic weekend of pranayama and yoga nidra, but we've got more coming, and of course we've got the Drew Yoga course coming up, and that starts in Scotland on the 22nd and 23rd of October, and in London in November. And you will deeply go into not just the vagal toning aspects of what we're going to learn, but also some Ayurveda aspects, how to work with your doshas. What dosha are you? How should you be doing your yoga? How do you approach your yoga depending on what your mental dosha is? There's a lot to explore and discover about ourselves. So I look forward to seeing you.